It's Week 17 of the National Football League, and we'll see the veteran Julio Jones. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Colts and the Giants. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Indianapolis Colts and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They're hot as can be, winners of 8 of their last 9 games.
I don't know if you'd call this start a surprise exactly, but they've proven that they're going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with anybody.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a man in his 23rd NFL season. Still doing it at age 45, Tom Brady.
Well, we've all seen what Tom Brady can do on a football field for a couple of decades now. But how about his most impressive accomplishment? Moving to a different franchise and taking them to a Super Bowl title as well. Not many players can continually stiff-arm Father Time the way that he has.
First play, first pass for Brady. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And incomplete on the deep ball. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. Brady's throw there caught by Gallup. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. To throw, it's Brady. This is caught inside the 15. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Brady. Right side, it's Manhertz, the tight end. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Only a yard that time. So a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. A very early decision to be made here.
There is, and I think that because they're the home team, I would ride that wave a little bit, and I would gamble and go for it. Doesn't seem like it's optimal, but you're the home team. You'll get the support of the crowd all game long. Go get it right now. Put 6 on the board.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by Deshaun Watson. Of course, he won a national title at Clemson and already has 3 Pro Bowls under his belt in the National Football League.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
On 1st down, Watson. Dancing to, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Off of play action, it's Watson. He'll buy some time right, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Shaq Thompson able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. And that's it. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 24 carries, 96 yards, and a touchdown.
So he scored his 8th touchdown on the ground last week, and most guys I know, they want to get into round numbers. So, 10 is really the goal. And this is one sport where being selfish and scoring touchdowns is a good thing. Look for he and the offense and try and get him in there at least twice in this game.
On play action, it's Brady. Looking deep for Julio. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Julio Jones with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. We keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating, but his message there, keep waiting.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's third down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, it's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. To throw is Watson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. It got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the 3rd down conversion.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. This from 44 yards away. Hopkins' kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1. And I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
He's to midfield. Darius Phillips on the loose. And he will score. Touchdown, Colts. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Now Cortland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes to come your way too, because I've got to kick coverage in his direction.
Watson's throw taken in by Sutton. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one as a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 44-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Up the gut, Fournette. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. On 2nd and 7, Watson. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Now this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Forced out to his left. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Deshaun Watson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Giants have got it back to within a score.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And it's up through the goalpost. It's 17-10. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the final act belonged to Deshaun Watson in his touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. And now let's discuss Julio Jones, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Kamara gets it again on second down. And he stopped immediately there. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Rashad Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Now on fourth down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Jalen Waddle deep to return it. On that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Watson now to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, again, his offense was staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Watson on first down. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him. And we'll step aside for a moment. 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Going with their tight end on 4th. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Watson off play action. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Now Watson. Working the middle here. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson, a quick throw, but incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Faking the give. Now Watson. And he'll find Moreau here. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half. But you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker. But outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. And this is Ertz with it, right side. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Now Brady again. He's got him in. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Oh, some strong running. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, CD, remember, he had a touchdown earlier, but that was in a much more conventional manner. This time picking up the fumble and taking it in for 6.
Yeah, he bailed his team out with the scoop and score right there. Multiple touchdowns in this game for him, and he's not complaining how he got it done.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it culminates in a Julio Jones touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. New York set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Watson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both under pressure now. Watson, and down he goes. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Johnny Townsend to punt it away. And this will be taken at the 13. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw here pulled in by Beasley.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Brady.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Again, they'll throw with Brady.
They'll get this out to Kamara. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome into our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's a busy Week 17 of the regular season, so let's get right to it. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Colts. And this has been a strange game to figure out. Negligible numbers in rushing. In fact, they're not even in double digits yet. But they've got a halftime lead. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they too didn't do a whole lot in terms of rushing efficiency in that first half, as you can tell by the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Giants about set to go to begin this 3rd quarter.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. From the gun, here's Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is fielded at the 27. So a change of possession here on the punt. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 37. Play action. Now it's Brady. Steps away. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to find Gallup here complete. Play action. Now Brady.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing. And that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3. Just get the ball right to the receiver.
This is the hitch route. Tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step, like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. On 2nd and 9, Brady. And this one caught by Beasley. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 37. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Brady. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. Here we go with Kamara. And he's able to get the 1st here as he's taken down at the 25. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the 1st down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On the jet sweep, this is Beasley. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. On 2nd down, Kamara.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Looking middle, and that's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down. Shotgun now for Brady. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Brady. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Take it in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. New York's offense back out there and set to go. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He'll find Metcalf. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
A handoff, Fournette running left, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Watson.
Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're field, then they show their numbers to the quarterback and complete the play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Inside handoff now to Fournette. Devin McCourty brings him down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
They'll run it again with Fournette.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Guys, when you got Deshaun Watson, Charles, executing a run-pass option, that puts the defense in a tough spot, does it not?
It does, and what I liked is that you called me this week, watching your own video, your own tape, and you said, I think the runner's going to pop a few this week because of what we've seen from Deshaun Watson. His ability to get to the corner, that's where the focus will go.
Here's a give to Fournette. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Taken down right now at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Back to throw, Watson. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Watson.
Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 35.
12 yards there as they move the chains.
That's patience to be admired right there because he looks left, looks right, and waits for the right guy to come open, spots him in the middle of the field, and delivers.
On first down, Watson. He completes this to Sutton.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Watson looks to throw again. And he'll find Moreau here. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4.
Watson's throw caught here by Metcalf.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On second down, here's Fournette. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. They lost 4 there, and it's third down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though, 3rd and long. Now Watson.
A pass underneath for Fournette.
And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. This a 27-yard attempt here. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now Brady throwing on second down. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's Brady to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup.
And he is going to have a Colts first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now Brady. Jones has it.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 43-yard line.
Now a play fake. Brady. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Brady. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Now out come the Giants. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On 2nd and 7, Watson dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Watson off play action. Rolling to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Fournette running out of the gun. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They'll try the air now with Watson. He'll set up the screen to Fournette.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A handoff to Fournette. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10.
To throw is Watson. Being chased out left. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
To throw, Watson.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
Now Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And this Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. Watson. Dancing to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the road. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it, but even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. Well, things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
Catch made, it's Moreau. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed. Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it. In this one, Charles. This group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for Indianapolis, they moved to 9-7 on the year with 1 game remaining.